record here. Hello, it's Kearney, and today's class is a gentle yoga class. So listen to your body and do what feels right for you. We're going to start on our backs. For the class, you will want to have a strap or a scarf or a towel and a block or something around your house that would be good to use. Let me just see. Some people are not muted here. All right. If you would like to play music, you can play it in your own house, play what you like. And you can come into Shavasana with your legs out and your hands on your side. Just have a strap next to you on your right side. If this doesn't feel good in your back, then bend your knees, have your feet flat on the ground, and then have your knees maybe touching or up towards the sky. And then that helps your lower back to get more flat on the mat. And just start to breathe here. You don't have to alter it yet, but just notice the rise and the fall of your belly. If you like, you can put one hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach. Centering here, letting go anything that has happened today or this week. Letting go of the anxiety and stress of the time we are in. And just feeling that love for ourselves and for each other. And now together, just exhale the air out from your lungs. And together, take a nice inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. One more time, just like that. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. And now seal the mouth and inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Continue with these nice long rhythmic breaths. This is called the Ujjayi pranayama breath. It's the breath of victory. It creates heat within our body. So anytime you feel that you are overheated, just breathe out through your mouth. Otherwise, if it's possible, keep your mouth sealed throughout class. Let the breath be your guide throughout class. At any time with a yoga class, you can just come into this Shavasana pose and just breathe, and that is a yoga class. You don't have to do anything else, but just focus right here and now in the present moment. And now if you haven't bent your knees, just bend your knees now. Bring your hands by your side. Settle in here, and then bring your knees up and just give yourself a hug. Hands at your shins, and then bring your head up towards your knees for a nice little ball. And now just release the left leg. So the left leg is long and the foot is flexed. Hands are wrapped around the right foot, and just squeeze that right knee into the right shoulder. Advance, keep that left leg off the ground and push out through the heel. Now go in with the other leg, straighten the right leg, left knee comes bent into the left shoulder, flexing that right foot, or you can have it down on the ground. Squeezing it in, avoiding that rib cage. And then bring both legs in, nice little hug. Squeezing in, chin towards chest, forehead towards knees. And now bring both feet down, back on the ground. Your feet on the ground, knees are up, and grab your strap or your towel, whatever you're using here. Left or the right leg comes up, and you have as much bend as you want into your right leg so that you can put the strap around your sole of the foot or the ball of the foot. And you can just grab onto each ends of your towel, your strap, or maybe you want to wrap your hands around it a little bit more. That left knee stays up towards the ceiling, and now flex the right foot up towards the sky. Toes are pointed towards you. And now just start to go nice and slow, having the foot come closer towards you. This is a wonderful stretch for any lower back pains that you may be having. Also with flexing the foot, we're getting the calf muscle. Continue to go slow as you pull forward. Some of you, if you have the flexibility, maybe you don't want to use a strap, you can just grab onto your heel, your foot, your calf, anywhere on your leg, pushing forward. Now bring the strap just into the right hand and the left hand onto your left hip. Nice and slow, bring the right leg out to the side. Heel is leading. Left knee is still staying up to the ground. That left hip is going to want to pop up, so keep it down. Using the arm strength to not let go of that right leg. Inhale the right leg up. Release the strap and put it on your left side. Coming into figure 4, the right ankle is going onto the right thigh. You can stay right here. If you would like a little bit more stretch, lift the left leg off the ground. Maybe take your hands and bring them underneath the left leg, interlacing the hands behind you. The right elbow can be pressing against the right thigh, and then just press that left leg in closer towards you. Flexing both feet to protect the knees. Continue to breathe here. We're stretching out that right hip. This is the perfect stretch to do before bed. While you're in bed, you can just do a quick figure 4. We're just here for one more breath. And now release, bringing both feet back to the ground. Coming on the other leg, grabbing the strap or your towel, bring the left leg up. And again, bend your leg a lot so that you can bring your strap around it. And your leg does not need to be straight here. So flex the foot so that heel is going up towards the sky. And just nice and slow, bring that leg closer towards your chest. We're just starting to warm up here. When we warm up the hamstrings, there's a direct correlation into your lower back. And when we're sitting a lot, we need to stretch the hamstrings. Flex the foot more, pointing the toes towards you. And now bring the strap only into your left hand. And your right hand is going to go on your right hip. And nice and slow, bring that left leg out, opening up the hip flexor here. Left heel is leading, right knee stays up towards the sky. Continue to breathe here. Inhale, coming back up. And release that strap and just bring it to the side, coming into figure 4. So the left heel, or the left ankle rather, is going to go on the right thigh. Again, you may feel this in your hips right here. If you are not feeling anything, lift up that right leg. Bring your hands around the backside of the right leg and then push that right thigh towards you. Flex both feet. If you want more advanced, the left elbow can be pressing against that left thigh, pushing it out. Continue to breathe here and send your breath towards the left hip. We're just here for one more breath. And as you release, bring both knees back in, coming into that tight little hug, hands around the shins, squeeze it in. Exhale, bring your hands down to your sides, legs up the wall. Bring your feet up towards the ceiling, almost like we're trying to stand on the ceiling. And your heels, your knees, your hips all are in one long line. And breathe here, getting the circulation coming down. And now release the feet down to the ground. Knees are up. We are going to do a bridge pose, and you have 2 options. The first option is restorative. So you can take a block or whatever you have, a can of tomatoes, whatever you have, and you can just put it underneath your sacrum in any part you would like. So it's going to be restorative and relaxing to have just a little bit more height. So you can play around and see what works best for you. If you would like to have more of exercise, the other option is without a block. Inhale, lift your hips up, hands are by your side, chest goes up towards the chin goes away from the chest. Don't look at me if possible. And then exhale, lowering down. Advance, just hover above the ground. Inhale, lifting up. Bring the hips up as high as you can. Exhale, lowering down. 3 more times here. Inhale, lift the hips up high. Exhale, lower down. And 2, lifting up. Chest is up, chin away from the chest. Lowering back down. And last one, inhale, lift the hips up as high as you can go here. And then exhale, lowering down. Now hug your knees in, but this time I want you to just rock and roll side to side or make circles with your knees. Get a nice little massage for your lower back here. I always like to think about like I'm drawing circles on the ceiling with my knees going in one direction and the other direction. Giving it some love here. And next we're going to be rock and rolling up into boat pose. So now just bring your hands underneath your thighs, and if it feels good in your body, rock and roll 2 or 3 times up. Have fun with this. And we're going to be meeting up into a boat pose. So when you're coming into boat, your feet, your toes, or your feet can be on the ground. Your hands are underneath your thighs. We're in like this little V shape here. So you can feel the core engaging. So lots of different variations for boat pose. So see what feels best in your body. Take the right leg up, then put it down. Left leg up and down. Continue like that. Or maybe both feet come up. If you're really feeling a lot of strength today, bring your hands to your sides. For those of you here that are advanced, maybe you straighten your legs. Do what feels best in your body today. We're only here for 4. Crossing the feet in 3 and 2 and 1. Cross at the ankles, coming into an easy seated pose. So this is going to be a posture. We're going to be here for a little bit. You can come here. You can have your feet out in front, onto the side, whatever feels best in your body. Bring your hands onto your knees. Have a nice tall spine. Inhale and exhale. And coming into some shoulder shrugs. Inhale the shoulders up and exhale, roll them back. 2 more times. Inhale up and exhale back. 1 more time. Inhale up and exhale back. Now coming the opposite way. Roll them the awkward way backwards and then forward. Inhale backwards and forward. 1 more time. Beautiful. Bring your hands to your sides. And as you inhale, lift your hands up. Let the breath help you lift. And exhale, the hands come down. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, feel the breath. Lift your hands up. Exhale, hands float down. Adding on, inhale up. Bring the hands into a mountain grip or mountain pose. Gaze is up. Nice long spine. Palms come together. And exhale the heart center. Bring your thumbs against your heart. Feel your chest coming up towards those thumbs. Fingers are pressed together. Now interlace your fingers together. And then as you exhale, push your hands away from you and cat your back, rounding the spine here, shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, gaze goes up, hands go up, reach and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back. Lots of options here. So 1, hands are flat on the ground. And inhale, just bring the shoulder blades together, gaze goes up, coming back down. Next option, interlace the fingers behind your back, bring the shoulder blades together, gaze goes up, and then exhale, fold forward. And this can look very different in everybody. See what feels good to you. Inhale, coming up. You can do one of those again, or bring your hands behind your back and lift your hips up, and gaze goes towards the back of your room. Exhale, lowering back down. If your legs are crossed, just going into the other direction here. And inhale, the hands up. Exhale, float them down. Inhale, up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, the heart center. Inhale, here, feel the chest go broad. Exhale. Inhale, interlace the hands together. And exhale, push the hands away. Bring the belly button towards your spine, round the spine. Inhale, gaze goes up, hands go up. And exhale, bring the hands behind your back. So again, we're going to do this 3 times. Do whichever one feels best. Inhale, shoulder blades together. And down. You can do all through the same or interlace your hands. Inhale, up. And exhale, maybe you fold forward. As you inhale up, bring the hands again behind your back and lift your hips up, and maybe your head goes back. And coming back down. Inhale, lift your hands up, coming to a side stretch. Bring your right hand down to the ground. Left hand comes over. On the inhale, let it lift up. On the exhale, come back down. Play around with your bottom hand. Maybe it's bent, your arm, maybe it's straight. Inhale up. Exhale down. Love seeing all the waving hands here. Inhale up. And this time we're gonna hold. Exhale, hold and settle in. Keep both hips grounded. And then open up your chest a little bit more to look at the ceiling. Feel the stretch through the left side of the body. And now bring that left hand down to the ground and walk your hands all the way over to the left side, coming into a seated side twist. So stretching out our body. Left hand is behind you. Right hand is on your left knee. And together we're going to inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale and twist. Let the breath help you twist deeper. Inhale, feel your breath traveling from your tailbone to the top of the head. And exhale and twist. One more time here. Inhale, feel the breath traveling. And exhale and twist. Now staying in this twist, we're going to come into a neck roll. So bring the head to the back shoulder and roll the chin down towards the chest. Engage your core, belly button towards the spine, and then bring your head all the way to your front shoulder. And now roll the chin down to the middle again. Nice and slow here. We're in no rush to the back shoulder. Bring your left hand to your empty knee. Bring your hands up. 2 options here. Hugging yourself. Think about something that you love about yourself. Or you could come into eagle arms, which your hands are at 90-degree angle and your palms are together. Wherever you are, inhale and exhale, crunch forward. Elbows coming in towards your abdomen. Inhale up. Exhale, crunch. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, coming up, listen here. Unravel the hands out to a T. We're going to take a big inhale. Hands go back, chest goes up, head goes back. Exhale, bring the hands down to your side. Coming on to the other side, inhale up. And now bring your left hand down, right hand up and over. And just flow with your breath here. Inhale, let that breath help you lift up. And exhale, float over. Nice and flowy here. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. Last time here. Inhale, lift the hand up high. And then exhale as you lean over, just holding here. Keep your hips grounded. Play around. Maybe you can look underneath your arm. Bring the right shoulder back. Keeping that right hip grounded. Now bring both hands down to the ground. And then walk yourself to the other side and bring your hands out as far forward as you can, stretching through your spine and the arms. And when you reach the other side for that seated side twist, the left hand is going to go on the right knee, and your right hand is going to be behind you, fingers towards the back of the room. 3 twists here. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale and twist. Bring your gaze to your back shoulder. Inhale. Feel that breath traveling up through the vertebrae. And exhale and twist. Inhale, lengthen, go nice and tall. And exhale and twist. So we're going to be doing the neck rolls here again. So look towards your back shoulder and roll the chin down towards the chest. Engage the abdominals here. Bring the chin towards the front shoulder. Look over and then head on back down. Roll the chin towards the chest and all the way towards your back shoulder. Now take that right hand, bring it to your left knee. So now our hands are crossed the opposite way from before. So option 1, hug yourself again. Think about all the things you love about yourself. Or you can come into eagle arms the opposite way here. So the hands, the palms are coming together and we have a 90-degree angle. And inhale and exhale, crunch. Curl your back, bring the elbows in. Inhale up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale up. Exhale, crunch. Listen here. Inhale up. Exhale, unravel the hands out to a T. Inhale, big inhale here. Chest is up, arms back, head is back. And exhale, bring the hands to your sides. We're going to be coming into seated cat-cow next. So just bring your hands down onto your knees. Inhale, nice tall spine. Exhale for cat. Round the spine, belly button towards that spine. Inhale for cow pose. Chest comes up, shoulder blades are back. 2 more times here. Exhale for cat. Shoulder blades are away from each other. Inhale for cow pose. Chest comes up, shoulder blades together. Exhale as big as you can take it here for cat. And inhale for cow pose. Coming into cat-cow circles. So as you exhale for cat, then go towards your left side. Make a big circle coming, inhale for cow. And you can make these as big or as small as you want here. I invite you to even just close your eyes so you can just feel your body. How does this feel for you to move your body in this way? And after you've gone about 3 or 4 circles, then just go the opposite way. When we go back, it's more of an exhale. Forward, it's an inhale. Just like 1 or 2 more times here. Coming back into a neutral spine. Coming back now into our tabletop pose. So cross at your ankles and just tip forward here. Our hands are underneath our shoulders. Our knees are underneath our hips. Coming into a spinal balance first. Take that left leg and straighten it so the toes are on your mat. And make some movement here so you have some range of motion with your ankle and your toes, one direction, then the other direction. We're going to have a lot of different options here with spinal balance. Bring the left leg up and just lower that left hip down. Flex the foot almost like you're trying to press the back wall. Inhale here. You can stay here or come into a crunch. Knee and nose together. Cat the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. You can stay here or bring the right hand out. Exhale, crunch, knee and elbow together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. One more time, we can do this. Exhale, knee and elbow together. Inhale, lengthen. And now bring both hands down and knees down, coming into extended child's pose. Bring your knees out as far as your mat. Sink your hips down. Walk your hands up toward the front of the mat. And then just press your head down. Maybe you want to roll your forehead from side to side. Listen into your breath. And then as you inhale, bring your hands closer towards the front of the mat. And then as you exhale, walk them over to the left side. Your hands can be side by side. They can be one on top of the other. And stretching out through that right side body. Keep that right hip down. Breathe here. And walking the hands all the way over to the left side or the right side now. Sinking that left hip down. And coming back to center. Inhale up for that tabletop pose, coming on to the other side now. So your right leg is going to go long. The heel or the toes are going to be on your mat. And just make some movement here to what feels good for you with your ankle and your toes. We sometimes forget about those. Inhale, lengthen through that right leg. Lower the hip. Again, flex the foot. You can stay here the entire time. We're engaging the belly here. If you would like to do more, inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee towards the nose, cat the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Exhale, lengthen. Advance, extend the left arm out long. Exhale, crunch. Elbow and knee together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Yes, you can. Inhale, lengthen. Last time. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale. Bring both hands down. Next, we're going to be coming into thread the needle. So bring your right hand up. And just make some rotations with your wrist, one direction and then the other direction. Inhale it up high. And exhale, thread the needle. The right arm goes underneath the body. Right elbow, right shoulder, right ear onto the mat. The left hand can stay on the mat and push away from your body. Or you can tense your fingers up towards the front of the room. You can interlace your fingers and bind here, pushing away. Or you can take the left hand and have a half bind, maybe even reaching your right leg. Wherever you are, as you inhale, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, let your breath help you twist a little bit deeper here. If you have your left hand on the bind, bring it back to your mat. Inhale your right hand up as high as you can. And exhale, lowering back down. Inhale the left hand up nice and high. Again, make some movement with your wrist, one direction and the other direction. And then exhale, let the left hand go through underneath your body, left elbow, left shoulder, left ear on the ground. That right hand can be on the mat and push away with that arm to help intensify the twist, or have the tent at the front with the right hand interlace the fingers together, or bind around your back. Listen to your body and see what feels best for you. Again, we want to have the breath assisting us here. As the inhale, we're lengthening. Then as we exhale, we're letting the breath help us release and twist even deeper. And one more breath here. And exhale, release. And now return your right hand to your mat for support. As you inhale, that left hand up nice and high. And exhale, lower it down. And now curl your toes under. We're going to come into our first down dog of the class. And lift up your hips here. The knees can be bent as much as you want. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Fingers and toes are hip distance. And now do a nice deep bend in the left leg. Maybe your right heel comes down more. And then a nice deep bend in the right knee. And just walk the dog here, alternating, bending one knee, then the other knee. The heels don't need to be touching the ground. They're just guiding that way. You know, inhale, look at the top of the mat and walk your feet up to a ragdoll pose. So our feet are a little bit more than hip distance, so you can make two fists. They're both going to fit in there and hang over heavy. You may want to have a block in front of you, and then you can have your hands on the ground or on the block, or you can have each hand in an elbow. You can sway side to side. You can do a figure eight. The knees are bent here as much as possible. This is all about lengthening through the spine. There's nothing going on with our head or our neck. You can shake your head yes. You can nod no. And if you have your hands interlaced with your elbows, just go in the opposite grip, the opposite direction now. And then everybody just release your hands onto the ground and come up one vertebra at a time. So bend your knees and just nice and slow here, coming up for 8, 7, 6, engage the hamstrings, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Adjust yourself any way you need to. Your feet can be together or hip distance. So coming into mountain pose first, let's ground down with all 4 corners of both feet. Lift up on your kneecaps to engage your quads, and then bring your pelvic under to engage your abdominals. Uddiyana Bandha, that is the belly button is going towards the spine in all of these yoga poses. Shoulders come up, and then exhale, release them down. Beautiful. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Gaze is up towards the ceiling, so we're nice and strong here. If someone walked in and goes, they're not doing anything, but we're engaging everything in our body. And now inhale, bring the hands up, gaze goes up. If you would like a more engagement in the arms, you can bring those pinkies towards each other. Inhale, exhale, twist. Left hand forward, right hand to your side or towards the back of the room. The hips stay forward, gaze goes to the side or to the back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist towards the left. Left hand to the side or back, right hand forward. Breathe here. Guide that left hip forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, coming into an optional baby back bend. So the hands can be goal post or they can be on your back, whichever feels best. Inhale, and then exhale, lean your hips forward and your chest goes up towards the sky. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hinge at the hips, coming into forward fold. Your hands can go through heart center or you can swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your upper thighs or to your shins. We just want to avoid the knees. Press the hands against your thighs. We have one long line from the tailbone to the head. So we have a slight tuck to the head. We're engaging the core through all of this. Exhale, forward fold. Again, nice slow roll coming all the way up. As you have your hands to your side, just let them float up all the way to mountain pose. Listen here, right hand to your side, left hand up and over, stretching through that left side body. Inhale up. Exhale, left hand down, right hand up and over. Energetically press down through the right leg. Inhale up. Exhale, baby back bend. Open up the arms. Gaze goes up. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Straight spine. Listen here, forward fold. Bring your left leg back behind you for low lunge. You may need to actually bring your right foot forward. The feet are in two different lanes here. We're going to be standing up here. A couple of different options. You can walk your hands up to your front leg and come up this way, or you can just come up, or you bend your back leg and then come up, whatever feels best for you. Coming into high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, settle down a little bit more. That right knee is over the right ankle. Inhale. Exhale, airplane arms. The hands are coming behind you. Fingers are spread wide. Chest is forward. Modify as needed. Inhale, crescent lunge. Hands come up. Exhale, settle in. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Open up your stance. So the back foot is parallel or up to the left-hand corner a little bit. The front foot is straight. We have heel to arch alignment. The right knee is over the right ankle. Your hands can stay at your hips. Or if it feels good, extend them out to a T. And your gaze can go over the middle finger of the right hand. And we're not pulling forward. We're not pulling back. But our vertebrae is in one long line here. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, sink down a little bit more. Beautiful. We're going to come into extended side angle or modified side angle. So reach forward. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. Left hand can go up or it can go over. Stretch through that left pinky toe all the way up to the other toe, the hands. Inhale, star pose. Toes are out, heels are in, fingers are spread nice and wide. Inhale here. Exhale, horse pose. So bend the knees, bring the hands to heart center. Settle in here a little bit. So for most of you, this is going to look different. For everybody, maybe you're up here, maybe you're down here. If you would like to do a twist, bring your hands to your inner thighs. Inhale. And bring your left shoulder down. Inhale up. And bring the right shoulder down. Inhale up. 2 more times, left shoulder down. Inhale, back to center. Last time here, right shoulder down. Inhale, star pose. Now bring your hands to your hips, coming up to mountain pose, the top of your mat. Beautiful. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, listen here. Right leg back behind you. Coming onto the other side. So low lunge, just look that we have our feet in 2 different lanes. Physically move that left leg if needed. And whatever way you want to make it to high lunge, crescent lunge. Maybe you bend your leg, put your hands on that front leg, stand up. Hands can stay on your hips this entire time. Or if you would like, you can reach them up. And every inhale, lengthen those hands up higher. And every exhale, sink down lower with that front knee. That back knee can be bent. Hips are forward. Inhale. Exhale, airplane arms. Slowly bring the hands behind you. Chest is forward. This is a balancing pose here. Inhale, crescent lunge. Bring your hands up. Exhale, warrior two. Open up your stance. Option to have your hands to your side or open them up to a T. Gaze is over that left hand. And just straighten and bend it a few times. Just have fun here. Heal the arch alignment. All those warrior poses, we're engaging the belly. And then bending that front knee. Exhaling for a side angle, bring the left hand forward and then onto the front thigh. We're not really putting all our weight here. We're lifting up through that side body. Right hand is up or over, stretching through that side body. Breathing here. Inhale, star pose. This time we're just going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So parallel your feet. You can bring your hands to your hips, or you can just fold over. You may want to have a block in front of you, or maybe your hands touch the ground or your legs. So just play around here and see what feels good. It's good to go into a different perspective sometimes. See life from a new angle. Maybe you walk over to the left leg for a little bit. Maybe you walk over to the right leg. Just some free time to do what your body might be telling you that it wants to be stretched in different places. And now you can bring your hands either to your hips or out to a T. Either way, engage your core. Inhale, stand up, and bring your hands to your hips. We're going to be doing balancing next. So if you want to grab a drink of water, feel free to do that. I would love to see a thumbs up, thumbs down. How are you guys doing? Okay, I've seen all thumbs up. All right, good. All right. For the balancing pose, we're going to come into tree first. So one option is you can have your hand, the left hand on a wall. And so you can do this with the support here. You can also use a block. So if you would like, you can have the block in between your feet, ground down with your left leg. Hands can be on the side, or again, you can have one on a wall. Kickstand your right toes, so your knee is out. You can stay here, or you can bring your toes onto the block so that your foot is on the shin. If you would rather not use the block, just bring it above. Advanced, you can maybe bring it all the way up. Engage the core by pulling in the belly button towards your spine. Find a drishti, that's something to stare at that's not moving. And now bring one hand to heart center. You have your hand on the wall, maybe you want to keep it there, or maybe you want to just play around. And then see what your branches want to express today. Bring them up. Let's see, I want to see your branches, yeah. Maybe some of you are going to have a storm in Minnesota today. We've had all sorts of weather. So just play around. See what your tree wants to do today. And then bring your hands together. Exhale to heart center. Bring your knee forward. Option to straighten that leg. And then bring it down. And just wiggle a little bit from side to side before we go on to the other side. So this time, if you would like to use a wall, bring your right hand up against a wall. If you would like to use a block, well, either way, you're going to kickstand the left toes on the ground, but the heel can be on the block, or they can sit on the block here, or move them up, or maybe bring your foot all the way up here. So see what feels best in your body. Knee is coming out towards your side. Again, core is engaged. If your hands are at your hips, you can play around with bringing them to heart center. Find something to stare at that's not moving. And if you feel good, just start to see where your branches want to go today. And if you fall, that's good. That means that your body is learning. Challenging. Maybe you want to challenge yourself to do something brand new here. And when we fall, we say, swaha. This means so be it. It's okay. Then when you're done, bring your palms together. Exhale the heart center. Bring your knee forward. Option to straighten that leg. And then bring it down. Beautiful. So we're going to be coming into eagle pose next. So bring the block onto your left side by your left toes. You can also be up against a wall. So there's lots of different options here. We're going to come into chair pose first. So bring your hands overhead, or they can stay at heart center. Let's actually, I'll go to heart center because that might feel better, but you can do whatever feels good. Sink the hips down. And now, as if it feels good, bring the right leg up and then set it onto that block on the left side. Sinking down for advanced. Maybe you don't use the block. And in eagle pose, we don't want to be going forward like this. We want to have the shoulders over the hips as much as we can. Squeezing down. We're just here for 3. Release in 2. And 1. Oh, that's a hard one. How was that, you guys? So work it out here. If you're using a block or a can of tomatoes or anything, bring it to the other side. Again, I always like to, when I'm in the studio, that everybody goes up against a wall because it's just nice for balancing poses to have that. So bend the knees, coming up into chair pose, hands up or at heart center. Engage that belly, pelvic is in. You can stay here in chair pose, or for eagle legs, bring the left leg up and over and just set your toes on that block. Sinking down maybe a little bit lower, shoulders over the hips. If you don't want to use the block, you can just squeeze the legs. We're just here for 3. Release in 2. And 1. Release, move the block. Great job, everybody. And inhale, mountain pose. Bring your palms together. And exhale, forward fold. Just hinge at your hips. Last time here. Inhale, halfway lift. Straight spine. Exhale, bring the hands down, coming into plank pose. So your knees can be on the ground for plank, or they can be off the ground. We're going to come all the way down to the ground for Cobra. So coming down all the way to the ground. Flip the toes. Press so firmly into the mat that your knees come off the ground. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Exhale the air out from your lungs. And inhale, lift your shoulders up. Press the feet into the mat. And exhale, belly down Shavasana, right ear to the mat, hands to your side. Let your feet flap out and just breathe here. And inhale back to center. One more time for Cobra, hands underneath your shoulders. And inhale, lift even more. One more breath here. And exhale, left ear now to the mat. Feet flap open, big toes together, heels are up. Belly down Shavasana, just breathe here, relax. If you like, you can bend your knees and you can windshield wiper your legs side to side to help release the back even more here. And now bring your hands underneath your shoulders, coming up. And just going to one hip or the other, we're going to make our way down to the ground. So if it feels good in your body, you can bring your hands out in front And slowly come down, whatever feels best for making your way all the way down to the mat. Coming into happy baby. Bring your knees out to both sides. Your feet are up towards the ceiling. You can have your hands into your upper thighs, your shins, or maybe they reach the soles of your feet. And for dead bug, really squeeze that tailbone down. And for happy baby, you need to put a smile on your face and then rock from side to side. And maybe you even play around here. You straighten one leg and the other. Just see what feels good here. Keep that tailbone grounded the entire time. One more breath. And now releasing, bring your left leg long, right knee into your right shoulder. And just like we started class, have the hands wrapped around that right leg, squeezing it in. The left leg can be on the ground or it can be flexed and active, pushing out through that left leg. If you like to make it even more active, you can bring your chin towards your chest and your forehead towards your knee here. Release your leg and your head down, coming into a spinal twist. Bring your right hand out to a T. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale. Let your left hand help your right leg up and over so that your hips are stacked here. The right hip is stacked over the left hip. Keep your shoulders down. Gaze can be out over towards the right arm, and maybe even close your eyes here. Your knee, your right knee does not need to be touching the ground. Just let gravity do its work here. And inhale, coming back up to center. Just swap out the legs here. Right leg goes long. And then bend your left knee into your left shoulder. Wrap your hands around your shin. Squeeze your left shoulder into that left, what am I trying to say? The armpit area. You can keep it active with that right leg by flexing it and hovering above ground. You can also bring your nose towards your knee and make it active there. Again, this is always your class. See what you want to do with it. Relaxing the head and the leg down if it was hovering. Bring your left hand out to a T. And this time the right hand is going to help that left leg up and over. And this looks different for everyone, and that's okay. Everybody is different. Gaze can be out over that left arm. And just think about how can you relax, how can you surrender just 10% more here. And then inhale, coming back to center. And just as we started class, squeeze your whole body here. Bring your hands onto your shins, your knees towards your nose. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then exhale, coming into Shavasana. As we started class, you can have your knees bent or your legs can be out long. Take up as much space as you would like here. Your feet flap open. Maybe you put a sweater on or a blanket. Shavasana is known as the hardest pose of a yoga class because it's where we distill the body and the mind. All of the poses that we've done for the last hour has brought us up to this peak pose to help us be more mindful and to be still, to be just here. Just focus on your body. Bring your attention to your toes, your feet, ankles. Bring your attention to your shins, your calves, your knees, your hamstrings and your quads, your hips, your pelvic bowl, Relax your stomach, your chest. Relax your lower back, your upper back. Relax your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, your wrists, your hands, your fingers. Relax your neck. Relax your face. Maybe just open your mouth a little bit. Relax the jaw. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax your head. Your entire body is in relaxation. It's okay if your mind wanders. Just bring it back to the moment. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. If you would like to be guided out, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Bring your hands overhead. Kind of come into a nice big stretch. So inhale from your hands to your toes. Open up, exhale. And now bend your knees. Come into a fetal position on your left or your right side. Use your arm as a pillow. And shower yourself with gratitude for showing up today, for taking care of yourself, to be the best person you can be, to take care of others. And then you bring your hand down to come up into an easy seated pose. Your legs can be in whatever position you like. Nice tall spine here. And then inhale the hands overhead. Bring the palms together and lower the thumbs to your forehead to remind us of kind and loving thoughts. And lower the thumbs to the mouth to remind us of kind and loving words to others. Bring the thumbs to our heart, that we always may have love for ourselves and in each other. Thank you so much for letting me guide you on the class today. And I'm just so grateful that you all showed up. It's my honor to do this. And to seal the class, we shall bow. And then we say, Namaste. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I will unmute you all.
Hi, Lori.
Hi.